Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and I am here for Yokohama Shopping Log, Quiet Country Cafe, Episode 2. I fully expect that this will be cute, calm, quiet, and comfortable. Our main girl, Alpha, has left her now destroyed cafe in order to go on a journey of self-discovery and discovery of other things. Off she trots, and off she goes, leaving some things behind, taking some things with her, and going off on a journey. That's all we've got. That's where we're starting off. Let's watch the episode and see how we paint the atmospheric environments that she will traverse and discover over her. I don't know. Let's use the word journey again. All right, let's watch it. Beep beep timer. Product placement. Not sponsored. Oh, death flowers. Cute. Really focusing on environment. There we go. A little bit of dilapidation. Very good. Very good, very good. Alpha-san? Okay. Great shot to make her small without isolating her, using these foreground elements. Puts her at intersections and power points that makes her, like, strong in the frame. That's cool. Careful, Alpha. Mm. Mm-hmm. Expanding worldview. I like that. Get some bentos. Sweet. That's so weird. Are we Arya now? Side note, I need to watch Arya. Other side note, I'm doing this because I'm trying to stop myself from sneezing. Right on the edge. Bad. Whoa! Okay. Watercolor again. We have persimmons. Hey? Good to know. Persimmons? Give me persimmons. Give me persimmons. Eh? Oh my god! What? What's wrong with that persimmon? It's a pumpkin! The what nation? Right, nations is all split up into weird things. Again, the layering. Look at how many layers there are to that tree. That's awesome. It's not even dried. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know about that, man. Good luck. Don't you have to take the skin off of persimmons? I think you do. Oh, good. So much fruit. Hmm. The number of individual backgrounds that we've had that are different, like significantly different, different time of day, different framing, different plant life, different area. Hell yeah. That's a line. It's as though my feelings evolve into colors and fade into the sky. Poetry. So far, I like this episode a lot more than episode 1 of QCC. A lot more. Nope. Oh my gosh. Do you get tired, Alpha? I don't know. She's an android. Oh, a house. That's really pretty. Famous for shrimp. Hmm. Oh. Bow. Bow. Bow now. Chillin'. Nice. That was a great little cut. That was too. That's great looking. Holy shit. Nice. Okay. Found lodgings for the night. Oh, hi there. Hey there, Kokone. What's up? She doesn't know, so she's heading to the cafe to see Alpha. So she's gonna find out that Alpha has gone on a journey. Is she gonna chase her down? Whoa! Oh my god, what a cut. 8 minutes. G son. Yeah, there you go. So he's heading after her. He's gonna catch up and tell her what happened. Rough. Looks better than it did, though. Yeah, about that. There was a storm. God, my nose is so tickly. I'm so sorry that I keep sniffling and and stuff. I can't help it. It's just the way it is. Might be the weather. Mm-hmm. Oh! Instead of driving at night. I love Oji-san. There you go. See you, Ji-san. Booty! Sorry. Sorry. I'm so dumb. I hate myself sometimes. Oof. Yeah, that's why I didn't get a response. Oh well. That's cute. This place is wrecked, right? Nice. What a moment. Sure, sure. Oh, it's actually not that wrecked. It's kind of nice in here. Lots of fish stuff. It's very strange to go into somebody's place, you know? Ooh, what's that? It doesn't say Kokone on it, does it? No. To Ona. Aru. Ha. Boy. That was great. Ah! That was the little thing that was wiggling. I was wondering what was up with that. Whew. Yeah. The hair floops. The overall booty. God damn it. The overall animation quality is excellent. Do you read the diary or not? Okay. Whoa, shirt. Stay there. Ah. That's a good place to be, actually. Being lost is where you often find things that are important. Or perhaps where you can find what you don't know you're looking for. Oh, that was cool. That was very cool. Do not zap yourself on those wires, girl, please. I don't know if they're live, but be careful, please. Cool. Look, civilization. Signs of society. Chie Road. Oh, wow. That's stark. Interesting. Where are the buildings that she saw? Ugh. Yep, there is that little farmhouse. Or something. Wonder what that building is. Reception for what? Hello. Oh. Hamamatsu flight. Oh. They do flights? Hello. This is an airfield. Oh. Oh, cool. Soriyama. How many planes take off per day? Sure, yes. Oh. Oh. Sweet, well, we're waiting here for an hour. Yup. Absolutely. What else am I gonna do? Oy. My nose is so tickly, it sucks. Just so happy to wait for something cool to happen. Ah. Oh, there it is. Vroom vroom. Good cut. Freedom in the sky. God, that did not seem like a safe landing, bro. That was coming in hot at an angle. Oh my god, dude. That did not look good. Oh. Oh. All right. Hello, robot person. Hmm. Is that a thing for robots? That how does that? He was a boy. She was a girl. Yeah. That's a lot of cigarettes. Wow. Smash. I guess we're staying here for the night. A little overexcited. I have no idea what that means. Nye. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ah. What? Oh! Also, they used the word died. That's an odd twist to that I didn't expect. What the hell? Hmm. Well, oh. Okay. Well, all right then. That's kind of cute. The conversation, not the nude alpha. Kokonai? No, Maki. Yeah, for real, man. Whoa, that is an ahoge, dude. That is, what the fuck am I? That's not alpha. What is this? What? What is this weird nude person? Are there dark elves? What the fuck is that? Why does she have a 3-foot long ahoge? What? Fully without explanation or anything. Maybe that's Misago. Oh, well, there we go. Shit on there. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. They're cute. Great framing. Okay, she's gone from her branch. We gonna find out more about Misago, the random naked robot who sits in trees? Like, or is that just gonna be a one-off thing that's just gone now? I don't know. Oh my god. I had to turn away. Something at the street corner. Oh, hi, Kokone. Why is this guy awkwardly standing here? Another letter for Alpha, but sending it to her house? Cool. Be sure to... That's different than it normally looks, right? Yeah, it's not whole. What happened to Mount Fuji? Seems to be an emphasis in this episode on that which is unspoken or left unsaid. Ooh, grilled corn. Yum, yum, yum. Sorry if you hear vacuuming. There it is. Who is you? What a character. Hey, can I buy some grilled corn, please? Uh-huh. Oh, she just set up a grilled corn stand somewhere. Well, okay then. Smoking a cigarette. Nice little body gestures from very far away. They're really good at that. Might not be a cigarette. That's a great fucking view. Man, she is a little scratched up. Maybe from grill stuff and stuff. Is she, like, has somebody hired her who owns this place? Did she, like, purchase and set this up herself? I don't know. Hello, Fuji-san. And we get this idea that she and Oji-san are looking at the same mountain, which is cool. Really beat up. You gotta go take a bath, girl. And maybe get seen by a doctor. Jingle, jingle. Propellers and planes? Oh, the weather vane. So she will be reminded of her home. Ah. Been a minute. Whoa. Okay, there are 4.5 minutes left, so there must be something at the end as well. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect it to just abruptly end like that. Interesting. I was like, oh, God. Bullish. Hi, Nye. Random male robot character that we meet for a second and then stare at his junk a little bit and then just like, well, I guess that was an awkward conversation and we're done. All of the unsaid things in this episode, so very many. So very, very many. Letters that get sent and don't arrive. Letters that get sent without a possibility of arrival, right? The note to her owner that her owner will never read. Weird. Cool. Weird. Cool. Oh. Okay, 1 minute left. So that was a full 3-minute song. Okay. Gonna decide to head home. Oh my god, she just keeps getting dirtier. Yep. Great. I thought we were gonna do that way earlier. Quiet Country Cafe. Awesome. I'm really pissed that the vacuum is running. Well, nothing I can do about it. That's okay. This episode is wonderful. Okay, so overall, taking a step back and looking at this big picture, I think my easy favorite is episode 2 of Yokohama Shopping Log, and then it's followed by episode 1 of Yokohama Shopping Log, then by episode 4, or Quiet Country Cafe episode 2, and then Quiet Country Cafe episode 1. I think this one is much stronger than the first Quiet Country Cafe. It seems to have more thematic backing and just more stuff going on. Okay, I can't deal with this. I have no choice. My landlady is vacuuming the steps. Fine. This episode is great. The visuals and the feeling are fantastic. This opening sequence is actually really interesting to me because something that I wrote down over the course of the episode was focus inside/outside. It strikes me that in previous episodes, a lot of our emotional and atmospheric content comes from observing landscapes and observing areas and backgrounds and things. And it seems like this episode is much more focused on the internal world of Alpha and the interactions that she has with individual humans, with individual people and robot people. Every time she sees a scene, it's her looking at it. And on many of those cases, it's her responding to it that we're watching, right? It's the existence of this bridge, but then it's Alpha's response to it and the fact that she has to go around. It's the way she is impacted by all the things around her. And on almost all of these sequences, except in this intro scene, in the beginning, it is the way that we look at Alpha and the way that she looks at the environment and her responses to things that are more important than just existing in the place. Does that make sense? Like her experience of seeing the airfield, we'll see in a second. Beyond that, I think that the animation in this episode is a higher level of a higher quality, and it's just really good. And beyond that, the evocative scenes like this one, the golden tree, the sheer number of landscapes, regardless of their quality, the sheer number of different varied landscapes throughout this episode are fantastic. Going through days, through time, and seeing these sunset scapes and golden hour scapes and dusk time scapes and nighttime scapes. Like we move through an entire day over the course of these sequences as Alpha walks from place to place. And it's dotted by these visuals that are almost like Starry Night with the lights on the water. And they're just beautiful framings, beautiful sequences. Okay, so she bathes, and this is the first cut that I wrote down because I think it's gorgeous. The way that the fabric moves around here, we show the full sequence of her getting dressed, and we can very, very clearly see exactly what she's doing, right? Drapes the robe around herself, and then is wrapping it to tie it, right? That's what brings it forward, whoop, there. And then we cut out to the outside, and she brings it in, it all wraps together. Cut out to here, and we get to see her wrap and tie, and the way that it moves and the way that these ribbons flow is fantastic, just absolutely excellent. And that of course moves us into some nice little character animation of the same sort of cute type that we've had before. Okay, Kokone, a fantastic cut of her riding by on her scooter. Zoom. 2 objects in frame that we have to rotate the camera around simultaneously because one of them is moving and one of them isn't. Really cool. Really cool. And we see her response to the devastation of Alpha's place and the missing of Alpha. Really cool here as well. The amount of time that passes, really important to show. And also the most important thing in the episode, booty. Sorry. Sorry, I kid. The note, no wonder. I love this little moment. I love this little moment. It's the interaction with a thing. We've all had this interaction. You go into a room and you're not super familiar with the room. If you're familiar with the room, smack, you hit the light switch, you're done, right? You know exactly where it is and it's done. If you're not familiar with it, you got to feel around. You got to maybe check both sides of the wall. You're not sure where it is, right? It's cool. That's a real moment. You feel that. I feel that. Same with feeling the feeling of something gets knocked over off a table and freaks you out for a second. It's fantastic. Now, in this case, it happens right in the moment where she's like sneakily going to look at the letter and doesn't end up looking at the letter because of it. It's a very cute little sequence. Oh, God, I can't stop sneezing. She sleeps in Alpha's bed, and it's kind of cute and kind of weird. I love this. I love getting lost here. I love the moment of finding herself getting lost. And it seems to me that from this point, she doesn't really get unlost. She figures out where she is in space, but her physical lostness is secondary to her emotional and personal lostness. Essentially, she's going through grief or trauma, right? The place that exists that is her entire world has been destroyed. And so she has to go outside of it. She says this earlier in the episode. My whole world when I was a child, when I was growing up, was the house. And the only person that I knew was the owner. And now I feel my worldview expanding. I'm meeting these other people. I'm exploring these different spaces. And my worldview is expanding. Specifically, it's the meeting of other people. Kokone and Oji-san and Takashiro, the boy. Her worldview expanding because of the loss of something. I think it's accurate. I think it's right on. And I think I mentioned it at some point in the last episode. Sometimes what you have is what's holding you down. Right? Sometimes the things that are your structure are preventing you from understanding everything else. I've said many times on this channel, and I've indicated many times that I think it's really important to have a structured perspective on the world, a bunch of baseline things that are all structured together, sort of in a pyramidal hierarchy, i.e. Maslow's, but not specifically Maslow's, a bunch of things that are structured. And before the shop gets destroyed, Alpha has that. She gets up. She makes coffee. She's running the shop. She has to get up to get dressed. She has to get up to get things going, to roast the coffee beans, to make the perfect cup of coffee. And we see that that's timeless. Like she's not forced to do it. She's not forced to do it at a specific rate or anything, but it is what holds her together to some extent. And you remove that, and it seems like a disaster, right? And it is a disaster because everything that's built on top of that collapses. All of Alpha's personality that's built upon being Alpha, the person who runs the cafe, disappears. But that disappearance, that destruction of self, that implosion, that almost death of ego, if your ego is built on things outside of yourself and those things are destroyed, your ego is destroyed, your self is destroyed, your sense of being is gone. Your sense of who you are and why you are and all of these things can disappear. And it can feel absolutely tumultuous. It can feel like being lost in a storm. It can feel like Dorothy flying in the air in The Wizard of Oz. It can feel like nothingness. However, as an inciting incident in stories, and I think as an inciting incident in the real world, when the things that hold you together are destroyed, you have the opportunity to rebuild yourself in a new way. All of the calcified, fossilized parts of you that have gotten stuck, the things that, you wear a certain thing, you get up at a certain time, you do certain tasks, you roast the coffee beans, you do this, you do that, you do this. You can rebuild all of those because they've all fallen apart, and you can rebuild them in a way that might be better and might be healthier for you than if you had never had the opportunity to reevaluate them, right? It's like if you set up a room a particular way, a desk over here, bed over here, some tables, some dressers, some whatever, you set everything up a particular way. Over the course of a couple of years, cleaning or reorganizing things, you might move some things around, but the bones will stay the same. If you want to really change your life, take everything out of your room and put everything back in a different arrangement. Every single thing. Remove it all and put it all back. It will change your life for a couple of months. It'll change your entire nature of being because you're just taking some of the fundamental things that are the visible physical structuring of your internal world imposed upon your external world, and you've destroyed that structuring. You've moved things around, and so you're capable of creating change. And it produces internal change when you produce that external change. They go hand in hand. It's really interesting to me. But I think that's what we see Alpha go through. And what I wrote down was, well, it's a little bit of a jump, but the being lost part. Being lost, find what you don't know you're looking for. When you know you're out looking for something, for example, I want to go to X place and purchase X thing, your likelihood of finding something you don't expect, or finding something you don't know that you need, or that you don't know that you're looking for, is rather low. It's rather low. Being lost enables you to find what you don't know you're looking for. If you're not on a path, if you're not seeking something in particular, if you're on a journey like Alpha is over the course of this episode of discovery instead of a journey with a focus. A journey with a focus, often you'll have your eyes down and you'll be looking at the footsteps in front of you because you don't care what's around you, you care about the destination. A journey of discovery, your head is on a swivel. You're experiencing the journey for the sake of the journey. And that's what we get to do with Alpha. She experiences the journey for the sake of the journey, and we get to go along with her. And I think it's fantastic. I like this transition a lot. In frame, slow pan to where she's in frame once more up top. Really cool. Really cool, really cute, really good. Super creative, super stark, super interesting as Alpha walks through this tunnel of darkness visually. Really, really intriguing. And out into the endless airfield. So big, so vast that she has to sit down and take it in. This is one of those moments where we see it, but it's her experience of it that really echoes with us, I think. Because it just looks like a plane or a landscape to us. So we go up, we talk. Planes? Wow. So excited. Excited to find new things, to see things, to experience things. Plane's late. Plane's here. Really good cut of the plane. Interesting to see right after Area 88. And we meet Nai. It's a little weird. I don't know what emotions we're supposed to evoke here. It's hard to read these robot people. There's definitely some weird tension here. She doesn't meet male robots frequently. And there's like a thing for a second. We do this sort of pan down. When she sort of glances at his junk. Yoink. Does it make you curious? Yeah, she's wondering what you got in your pants. But then you totally murdered the vibe, Nai. All the male robots are weak and they died early on. Yeah, that's how you'll impress the robot girl. God damn it, Nai. You had the robot girl. She was into you. No, I kid. It's not either of their focus. It's just an interesting interaction. A very interesting one. And it's that focus on people outside Alpha changing her perspective. Something that she didn't even really know about was meeting a male robot. Very weird to her. Totally new. Novel. Novel and thus interesting. I see. So we sit here awkwardly until having a nice falling asleep. Oops. I don't think it counts. I'm gonna leave it in. I don't think it counts. I'll skip the actual sequence. What is this? What is this shit? What is this shit? Why does she have these, like, weird shapes and bruises and stuff on her face? What is going on here? Okay, so there's no more Quiet Country Cafe, right? There's no more Yokohama shopping log. I'm gonna Google Misago QCC. Okay. This is a spoiler for the manga if you plan to read it. An ageless wild woman who lives in the inlets and bays near Cafe Alpha. She is always naked and eats raw fish caught with her short fangs and inhuman speed. She only shows herself to young children and shies away from contact with adults. She does not age and, according to Omake material, doesn't understand how children grow up. According to ISA, she existed decades before robots were created. I don't know who ISA is. In one of the chapters, Sensei tells Kokone the story about the A7M1, the first model in the A7 series, and the description strongly resembles Misago. So she's an old robot. Interesting. Weird. The art of her from the manga makes her super feral looking. It's really interesting. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead because there are boobies. I have to. I literally have to. It's unfortunate. Okay, this is cute. I don't understand why this guy is just standing there blushing. I don't get it. And I don't fully understand the inferences around Fuji. I do like the idea of the relaxed shape of Mount Fuji. Feels very poetic to me. And Alpha finds herself in a different place doing a different service job, getting really dirty around the coals and stuff, but still chilling out. And in this moment, she sits and observes and looks up and feels the wind and has the memory of the weather vane evoked. And in doing so, finds her reason to turn back, takes a picture, and finds her reason to turn back home. I was wondering when this was going to happen because I expected it throughout. Very often, this journey of discovery sort of situation is one, in media, at least in narrative, where you go outside of your comfort zone. You go obtain new things, experience new things, and eventually that momentum runs out. It's like a rubber band effect. You stretch it out as far as you can, and at that point of greatest stretch, there are two options. Either it snaps, your ties to the things that have held you before, they either snap, and you find a different freedom, a different path, something completely separate, or it rebounds you, it pulls you back in. And you return to the place that you were, sort of with your batteries recharged, with your momentum regained, with your with new information and new things upon which to build your hierarchy of self, your perspective of everything, based on the new things that you've incorporated into your structured understanding of the world, right? Because you have this structured understanding of the world, it gets destroyed, you go out on a journey of discovery, you find new things, you incorporate them into the foundations and hierarchy of your structured understanding of the world, which is now broader because you've experienced new things and torn out any of the things that were holding you back, hopefully. Hopefully, you've had the chance to edit your being, essentially, right? To go into the base source code of your existence and edit out the parts that you don't necessarily hold attachment to and gain new things that you hold attachment to. And to rediscover the attachments that you've had to leave behind and your reasoning for them, right? I think there's no it's no coincidence that Alpha finds herself like selling corn on the side of the road. It's not that dissimilar from production of like coffee. It's another thing that's grilled. It's another thing that's sold for the consumption of people to make people happy. And I think it's no coincidence that she serves a customer right before deciding to go back to her home. It makes sense to me. She went out and discovered that herself is still partly attached to the place where she was before. And so it makes every bit of sense that she would then choose to go back there. Really good. A really excellent exhibition of a particular type of narrative, which is things fall apart, you leave, you discover new things, you find yourself and the world out there, and you decide to return home with new information and create a new you. That's the journey. It's a human story. It's a true internal story, a narrative of life, of real life. And I think that anyone who's watching this, who's over probably 25, has probably been on some kind of a journey, internally or externally, where things have fallen apart for them. They lost somebody. They didn't get the job they wanted. Their job fell apart. They failed a test. Like whatever it was, something happened that exploded your existence, and you have to go outside of yourself to figure out what it is. And either you find a new place and a new way to be, or you discover that the way that you were before is fine with modifications, and you grow through that process. I think it's part and parcel to the process of human growth in one form, and watching it happen to this robot girl is fascinating. And I think the episode does a really good job of conveying it, while also demonstrating a whole lot of cool animation, gorgeous little backgrounds, and a beautiful, beautiful flow and bit of storytelling. Excellent. I think overall, Yokohama Kaidashi Kikou, including Quiet Country Cafe, all of it together, I think gets a 9 from me. I think episode 2 of YKK gets a 10. I think this episode gets a 9. I think episode 1 of YKK gets a 9. I think episode 1 of QCC gets an 8. So, episode 2 of YKK and gets a 10. Episode 2 of QCC gets a 9. Episode 1 of YKK gets a 9. And episode 1 of QCC gets an 8. Great. Averaged out to a 9. Perfect. Overall, the Yokohama Kaidashi Kikou is awesome. This is super cute. I would highly recommend showing the first 2 to any number of people. I think that lots of people can benefit from those. The other ones are a little bit of a harder sell, but this episode being as good as I think it is, makes it a much easier sell to me. Very good. I like these a lot. I think they're really, really good, and I'm glad to have added them to my backlog of things that I've actually seen because they're excellent. Great. I'm going to leave off there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed these anywhere near as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week when we watch something different for OVAdrive. Peace.